Palestine Action has been banned. Here's how not to be a terrorist.
Can I be a member of Palestine Action?
Bad idea. You could go to prison for 14 years.
Wait, okay, so can I still support Palestine Action if I'm not a member?
Nope. Over the weekend, around 25 protesters were arrested for holding signs saying, "I support Palestine Action." You can now get up to 14 years in prison for supporting the group.
An 83-year-old female priest being taken away from a demonstration.
The law doesn't have an age limit, whether you're 18 or 80. If you're supporting prescribed organisations, then the law's going to be enforced.
So what about my Palestine Action t-shirt?
Nope, wearing it now could get you 6 months in prison.
Okay, fine, I'll stick to my Free Palestine t-shirt.
Cool, that should be okay. But last weekend, there was a report about police telling 2 women in Lancashire to take their Free Palestine t-shirts off in case they were in breach of the ban. Here's the thing you need to get your head around. The ban gives the government sweeping powers to prosecute people for any action which might reasonably be taken as support for a proscribed organisation. In practice, the law will often be enforced by random bobbies on the beat. The legal ambiguity creates space for misinterpretation of the law, willful or otherwise. Campaigners are concerned that this means the way the law gets applied could be pretty random and maybe pretty racist. There's all sorts of potential for overreach and confusion. Several groups have similar names to Palestine Action but are not connected, such as a group called Greenwich Palestine Action, which appears to have changed its name on social media since the ban. This kind of guilt by association is no accident. Counter-extremism experts are already trying to draw links between Palestine Action and groups like Just Stop Oil.
Well, this is one of the really interesting features that we at Policy Exchange have been tracking, is the crossover between these groups.
Yeah.
And for example, you'll remember the protest in London only last week or so by Palestine Action. And what we saw there was a whole collection of groups that were involved in that protest. And certainly one of them was Just Stop Oil, so another sort of climate environmental group.
We can already see the chilling effect that banning Palestine Action is having on the Palestine movement. And maybe that was exactly the point.